Willkommen. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sean Huggins and this is React with Hugs. Today we have a video on German bugs. Just kidding. That would be boring. We have the world's most powerful gun. Way more interesting. Okay, this is from Fern. Check him out. Linked in the description as always. The world's biggest gun. Biggest something. Craziest gun? I don't know. We're going to find out together. Let's hop straight into it. Los geht's.
This is the largest weapon the world has ever seen. This is the size of a tank. That's a human. And this is the size of the weapon's ammo. The Nazis called it Heavy Gustav. 1,350 tons of steel, a 32-meter barrel, and 47 kilometers of shooting range.
Wait. 47 kilometers of shooting range. 47 kilometers. I can't even wrap my head around that. That's crazy.
4,000 workers just to set it up.
Wait, how many?
And another 1,500 set it up. Range. It took 4,000 workers just to set it up.
4,000!
And another 1,500 soldiers to operate it.
Oh my god.
We dug deep into the archives to bring you the story of this monstrosity. A megalomaniac weapon commissioned by no other than Adolf Hitler himself. But unlike many of his rather delusional projects, this one was actually brought to life. Heavy Gustav was deployed in battle.
Whoa. Is that a real video of it? Holy crap.
1937. Adolf Hitler is neck-deep in preparations for his war. But one thing is keeping him up at night. The Maginot Line along the French-German border. A massive array of heavily armed and fortified concrete strongholds. To break through the solid line of defense, he needs something new, something big. So he orders Krupp Steelworks, the weapons forge of the German Reich, to build the largest cannon the world has ever seen. Hitler wants it to be ready by 1940. The project is top secret. Under no circumstances must the plans fall into the hands of the enemy. Internal documents refer to the cannon only as the Gustav device. Choosing cute names for heavy artillery is a long-standing German tradition. Other examples are Karl Mortar or Big Bertha.
Big Bertha!
Spring 1940.
That's awesome.
Hitler is eager to finally invade France, ideally with his new superweapon leading the way. But Heavy Gustav is not ready yet, and the Führer is furious. In the end, the Nazis decide to bypass the Maginot Line altogether by invading France through the densely wooded Ardennes in Belgium. A year later, the cannon is finally ready. It's a railway gun, designed to move along twin sets of parallel tracks. It weighs 1,350 tons and rolls on 40 axles and 80 wheels. It stretches nearly 50 meters long and stands as tall as a 4-story building.
Bro, what? That is absolutely massive. This is an entire apartment complex. This is crazy.
Its caliber has a diameter of 80 centimeters. The ammo shells weigh up to 7 tons each.
Whoa.
This is one of them. A tank-busting projectile capable of tearing through 6 meters of reinforced concrete. Okay, back to Heavy Gustav. Tests are run to probe its unprecedented destructive power. Each shot leaves craters up to 32 meters deep and just pulverizes massive concrete walls. But by the time the cannon is ready, France has already fallen. Fortunately, at least for Hitler, there's still another battlefront. 1942.
Bro, how are you gonna transport that thing though? Like, you need to have 2 railway systems parallel with each other, but then as soon as that doesn't exist, like, you can't just pick it up and move it somewhere. Like, what?
The Nazis have conquered vast stretches of the Soviet Union as part of Operation Barbarossa. But the Soviet forces are still fiercely holding on to one particular place, Sevastopol, then known as the world's strongest fortress. The city is defended by over 100,000 Russian soldiers, shielded behind 5 meters of concrete walls or hidden in bunkers buried 30 meters underground.
Oh, damn.
Hitler desperately needs a win. And Heavy Gustav could be the key to breaking through. But getting the massive cannon onto the battlefield is no simple task. Gustav has to be disassembled, loaded onto 5 separate trains carrying a total of
Damn.
100 cars, and dragged through Poland.
Oh my God.
Once it reaches the front, the next challenge is finding the perfect spot to set it up. Reconnaissance planes are sent to scout the ideal firing position. It has to be far enough from enemy artillery to stay out of range. Eventually, they settle on a site about 25 kilometers from Sevastopol.
25 kilometers. Yeah, so well within its range of attack. Oh, baby.
Setting Gustav up is no small feat either. Soldiers have to lay 1,200 meters of railway tracks.
Oh, they made their own railway tracks here. Interesting, okay.
There's a unique challenge, the so-called firing curve. The barrel itself can't be rotated to attack new targets.
Oh, I was going to ask, how does it aim? But it can't even rotate at all, so you have to rotate the entire thing with the railway tracks. Oh my God. This thing is like, I mean, it's big and a spectacle and crazy and all that, but it seems so impractical for the amount of effort that you got to put into it.
2 massive diesel locomotives have to carefully shift the entire weapon along the tracks to adjust its aim.
Wild.
Secrecy is critical too. Soldiers have to build artificial hills and trenches to camouflage the weapon and keep it hidden from enemies.
Dude, okay, at this point, is there no other better way? I mean, this is like, you're moving mountains. You're literally moving mountains for this thing. Like, what?
But Heavy Gustav also has to remain invisible from above, which is why the Nazis have brought a 500-man special unit called the Smoke Troop. If need be, they can shroud the entire area in a thick cloud of smoke to conceal the weapon from enemy aircraft.
What?
All in all, the operation requires over 5,000 people.
Oh my
Laying
God.
tracks, assembling the cannon, maintaining, guarding and camouflaging it, creating smoke screens and ultimately operating the gun.
Oh my
An
gosh.
enormous effort for a single weapon. Unsurprisingly, Nazi propaganda touts the cannon as a marvel of military engineering.
Und das ist die neue schwere deutsche Artillerie. Aufzüge und Schienenanlagen befördern die gewaltigen Geschosse
Oh
zum
my
Rohr.
God, look at the size of the freaking ammunition.
Diesem massierten Feuerhagel werden auch die letzten Festungswerke von Sevastopol auf die Dauer nicht standhalten können.
After 3 days of assemblage, Heavy Gustav is finally ready to fire.
Gosh.
This is Fort Stalin. For days, Soviet soldiers have endured relentless shelling. But they remain steadfast, sheltered behind massive concrete walls. At 4:30 p.m., they hear a massive explosion ripping through the air from a distance. The Soviet soldiers don't know it yet, but at this very moment, they are the target of the largest cannon ever built. A 7-ton armor-piercing shell is now hurtling toward them.
Oh, wow. So they would have heard the cannon fire before the shell even hits. Oh my gosh.
Easily capable of blasting through all their defenses. Even the massive concrete walls of Fort Stalin are no match for a weapon of this scale.
Damn.
But then, nothing happens.
What?
The shell misses, slamming into the ground about 120 meters away from them. The
Not even
Germans
close.
need almost an hour to reload their gun. Another shell is fired and misses again, this time by 150 meters.
Bro, what the heck? They suck at shooting.
Then another, and another.
Wow.
This is an official list of every shot fired on day 1.
15 shots fired. Wow, this is incredible. Okay, look at this. The time, how long, I guess. Different adjustments that they made. Dude, this is crazy.
And how far they were off target. The next one is marked as a hit. But later, when search teams scan the area, they find no conclusive evidence of an actual impact.
Dang.
By the end of day 4, only 5 shells remain. They are all fired on day 5. And not a single one finds its mark. And just
Wow.
like that, they're out of ammo.
Wow, so after all of that effort, thousands and thousands and thousands of people, years of constructing this thing, thousands of people assembling it, moving it, thousands of kilometers through Poland to the front lines here, all of this stuff, creating artificial mountains to block it. Like, after all of this, they don't even hit one time. Crazy.
Heavy Gustav has fired a total of 48 shots, a staggering 360 tons of ammunition. The official records claim 3 of them hit their target, but even that is debatable.
Wow.
The only confirmed hit was an underground ammunition depot. And that was probably luck. What was supposed to be a terrifying mega weapon turned out to be a massive and utterly useless monstrosity.
Damn.
There had already been doubts about the cannon's accuracy before it was first deployed. Some Nazi military officials suspected that the chances of actually hitting a target would be near zero, given the insane caliber size and shooting range. But they neither had the time nor the resources for proper testing. On top of that, the barrel wore out ridiculously fast. It became completely useless after just a handful of shots. In the end, Sevastopol fell. But Hitler's mega cannon had nothing to do with it. Did nobody have the heart to tell him? Or did he simply refuse to accept the bitter truth? We don't know for sure. Despite being a complete strategic and economic disaster, Heavy Gustav still served its purpose as a flashy propaganda piece for Hitler's vision of an unstoppable German war machinery.
Damn.
After its first and only battle, the railway gun returned back home to Rügenwalde, in what was then West Pomerania. A few final shots were fired during a demonstration. Hitler himself was there to witness his masterpiece in action. When the Nazis lost the war, he personally ordered the cannon destroyed so the miracle weapon wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Whoa.
Which was probably a complete waste of time. Oh, and if you ever wondered what it would look like if you were to fire Adolf Hitler 15 miles across Crimea from a 100-foot-long cannon barrel, well.
Nice. Wow, dude, that was fascinating. I can't believe all of that effort was essentially for nothing. It was just a big publicity stunt, a big ego project for Hitler, and it amounted to basically nothing. Wow. Fascinating stuff nonetheless. But anyways, I'm curious what you guys, the experts, have to say about it. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. Leave your mustard down in the comment section below. That's all the time that I have for today, though. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.